This is Break Fast, a segment about how long I fasted before breaking, how much weight I've lost since my last fast, what foods I'm breaking it with, and how many calories I consumed, how long my eating window was, my weight after refeed, how I'm feeling, and what's next. Everybody, welcome to episode 25 of Break Fast. I really don't know how else to segue this, so I'm just going to jump right into the numbers. But today I am going to be completing my 11th consecutive 65 plus hour back-to-back fast. Today actually will be one full month of doing 65 plus hour fasts. For anyone that wants a refresher, before doing a full month of these 65 plus hour fasts, I did almost three consecutive months of 90 plus hour fasts that lasted, again, about 3 months, but I did 20 of those in a row. And when I started that back in April 1st, I had lost from April 1st to I think June 24th, I had lost over 30 pounds, I think 32 pounds. But before that, before I started doing this on camera, I have been fasting for well over 10 months now. I have lost a total of about 85 pounds. And I mean, just at this point, I'm just documenting my process, my progress, and the future of where this is going to go. What I want to do right now is I want to show you every single 65 plus hour fasting weigh-in, because I think it shows a very minimal graph change, but enough to look at it and at least make one big conclusion. So if we look at that weight, I lost a pound and a half about over the course of the month. This is something I expected. I expected to maintain weight doing 65 plus hour fasts. And the reason that I figured I was going to maintain weight is this is something I have done in the past through trial and error. And I have noticed that when I usually fast around 65 plus hour fasts or around 65 hour fasts, I neither gain a ton of weight or I neither lose a lot of weight. And I wanted to see if this would kind of, even me out, and it really looks like it has. If you do take a deeper look though, you'll see that the last couple weigh-ins of the 65 plus hour fasts, I haven't been going over 135 pounds. There's a certain point, and I can't remember where, but there's a certain point where I have stuck under 135 pounds consistently. So if anything, and I know the number doesn't represent everything in the world here, but if anything, looking at that trend, it looks like I am slowly losing weight doing 65s. The reason I maintain this weight, the reason I stay around 135 pounds is because I refeed very heavy. So even though I fast for 2.5-ish days or almost 3 days, I eat anywhere between 6,000 and 7,000 calories. I think lately it averages somewhere between 6,200 to 6,700 calories. And to add to the math or looking at the numbers, when I calculated my TDEE, which is my total daily energy expenditure, hopefully I said that right, and that number is basically how many calories my body burns. I did a couple calculators, but it somewhere averaged like around 2,100 to 2,300 calories per day. I've talked about adding muscle and going to the gym, but that's not something I'm currently doing at this point, but something I will incorporate in the near future when all of this pandemic stuff kind of winds down, if it winds down. Now, I will go into my mindset of how I feel doing these 65 plus hour fasts, if I'm going to continue these on in the future. But before I do that, I want to show you guys what I broke my fast with. No surprises here, guys. This is going to be tried and true stuff that I eat. So started off with a buffalo ranch salad, added chicken to that, 900 calories. And then I had Brussels sprouts, steamed, salt, pepper, garlic, 200 calories. And then I had a banana for potassium, 105 calories. And then I had wings at Wingstop, all of this is exactly the same from the last refeed, but these were hickory smoked barbecue, Parmesan garlic, and ranch, 1,375 calories. And then I went to Taco Bell. I had a Crunch Wrap Supreme. Everyone talks about these, but I didn't really like it that much. I didn't like the lettuce that was in there. Not in the Crunchwrap Supreme for whatever reason. And then I also had a Doritos Locos Taco Supreme. And then I tried that grilled cheese burrito. It was okay. The Crunchwrap Supreme and the grilled cheese burrito, I actually only ate maybe I still ate most of it, but about 3/4 of it. Anyway, this totaled out to 1,160 calories. And then I had chips and guac, 750 calories. I had a half tin of cashews, 650 calories. And then to close out the night, I had half of a pumpkin pie, which was around 1,400 calories for a total of 6,540 calories. I finished all of this in 4 hours and 12 minutes. So honestly, nothing really different in terms of the diet. I am still eating just about the same since I started, actually. Since I started back in April documenting my calories and jotting all that down, I have consistently averaged around, I think, 6,200 to 6,700 calories per refeed. And if you do the math, it kind of makes sense why my weight really hasn't fluctuated anything crazy like gaining weight or losing weight. Because if my total daily energy expenditure is around 2,100 to 2,300 calories a day, in 3 days worth, when I do eat, that totals up to, 6,400 to like around 6,800 or something like that. And that is about what I eat per refeed. So where do I go from here? Now that I've done a month of 65 plus hour fasts, I told myself that I would kind of reassess and figure out what my next moves are. So the way I'm thinking about it is I ask myself, am I happy where I'm at? And the answer to that is yes and no. Yes, because I'm just very proud of the progress that I have had, the consistency that I've had, and maintaining the weight loss has been something I have never really been able to do before. So I'm happy in that regard, but I know that I can do more. The one thing I keep talking about is adding muscle and adding muscle and adding muscle. And that is something that I will incorporate into the system. Please believe me when I say that it's coming. A big reason, and I know I'm using this as an excuse, is that I am moving on August 1st. I'm moving to a new apartment. I'm going to have my own space and it's going to be great. And I think that'll be a good way for me to transition into a more muscle building regimen. I say that because the workload I'm going to have is going to, I won't say taper off, but I'm going to try to be a little more rigorous in my schedule so that I can properly allocate time to do more body weight exercises, especially because I was thinking about going back to the gym. I really wanted to go back to the gym and start lifting, but here in the state of Illinois, they're reversing the phasing and stuff because the numbers for the pandemic are rising again. And I think they're only allowing 10 people max in the gym. And the last thing I want to do is stand in line for like half an hour or an hour waiting to get in. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be that bad. Maybe I'll give it a shot and see, but I would have to unfreeze my membership. And I don't know if it's worth paying the $35 a month to do that, to wait in line every day and hope that I can get in 5 to 10 minutes or something like that. But that's where I'm at. I know it's not the biggest news in the world, but right now I am very happy with where I'm at, how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Is there progress that I want to continue to do? Yes, of course. I want to lose more body fat. I want to gain more muscle. These are things that I think about almost on a daily basis and trying to figure out how to get to that point. At the same time, I don't want to overthink it, overstress myself, and try to balance the workload I have right now and the working out I'm trying to do, and the diet that I'm currently doing. Diet is not the word. The lifestyle that I'm living. So the one thing that I will point out before I end this is just because I do these 65 plus hour fasts, just because I've done the 90 plus hour fasts, doesn't mean that you have to do that. It doesn't mean that you have to eat 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day. I do this because I have a hard time losing weight and by restricting my calories, by restricting my macronutrients. For me, it's a lot easier to fast the way I do and then eat the way I do. I say this because I'm trying to be transparent about what I do, about how I feel, and maybe for someone that has trouble, restricting calories or restricting you're only going to eat X amount of carbs and X amount of fat and X amount of protein. Maybe this is an alternative that might work for you. So while I close this out, I just want to leave a few words here. If you have any questions or concerns or any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I do try to reach out to everyone, reply back, have a conversation, and try to help out if I can. With that being said, please consider being a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload a new video. I know that sounds really cheesy and I hate being that guy, but it really helps with the channel. It's a way to support and I do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for tuning into episode 25 of Breakfast. I will give you an update of what's going on in the near future. I'm in the middle of a move, so trying to pack, trying to figure out everything. That's all happening August 1st. So it might be a little hectic in between that time, but fasting is not going to change for me. I'll keep you updated. I'll stay transparent. I'll be honest with everything that I'm doing and what's going through my head, and I hope you can do that for me too. So please keep me posted. Let me know how you're doing. Don't stop fasting. If it's working out for you, I love hearing the success stories, so please feel free to keep sharing that. Okay, I think that's it. I always feel like I have a better segue there, but I don't. So with that being said, that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Bye.